there wasn't a player that really dominated in terms of assists or time on the ball. We ended up with 28 assists. That was good. Didn't love how we took care of the basketball. And look, some of that is, some of the lineups when AR's not on the floor, you don't have the luxury of putting Luka and LeBron on the floor. So that's a work in progress. Our hand activity in the first half was awesome. Still don't love our general transition defense, and that's just not after a turnover or a missed shot. We still just are lacking a little bit of urgency to get back after makes and get matched up and talk, and something that we'll continue to clean up.
Austin had that brief little kind of tweak, it looked like, with Pajemski. Did you get anything on that? Is he all right?
Yeah, he got knee in the posterior, anterior calf. I don't know. I think he just got a knee to his lower leg muscle. I think he's fine.
Staying on Austin, you've spoken to us during preseason about how he's been one of your leaders in terms of production load. That I don't know how you guys term it, but in terms of what he's doing day to day in practice, you said his body's looked improved from the offseason. Have you seen different wrinkles to his game than the guy you were coaching last season?
A little bit so far in the games. I think a lot in practice. Yesterday, for example, in the scrimmage, he did some things just off the bounce, and maybe that was just our poor defense, but the purple team literally couldn't contain him. He just kind of got wherever he wanted, and I think that was coming off Thursday when I kind of modified him. Just he was kind of like a fake live rep guy. It was, I told him before practice, you're going to do 2 reps of live on every drill and then you're out. And so then he gets Friday off, and I think he just had, tonight again, just that burst was there. And, he's so crafty. The ability to draw fouls, you put your hand there and he's able to rise up. I played with a guy, Jamal Crawford, who was so good at that. So it's just, picking up little tricks here and there to get to the free throw line. He's always been good at that, but you see that continue to develop.
JJ, you previously mentioned trying to get DeAndre more involved offensively tonight. 14 points, also 5 assists. What did you see from him with his chemistry with Austin, Gabe, and just also guys finding him on like weak side drives?
Yeah, he was really good in the pocket tonight, and I think that's similar to some other bigs. Like him in the pocket is a really good thing, and we got to find him. I think there's opportunities. There were opportunities tonight where we didn't find him. Sometimes on the roll, sometimes on the pocket. But he was great. I thought too, just his poise and his patience as like a hub. Whether it was playing out of horns or whether it was playing that second side, we just got some really good stuff when he got the ball at the elbow.
JJ, Dalton had talked about his struggles in the summer league. What did you see tonight that you liked about what he did?
I thought he let the game come to him offensively. Did some nice things in transition. Got to the free throw line. Again, his sort of ceiling is going to be based on his improvement this season as a defender. He's a big time threat and a big time player. And he's made improvements, but that's ultimately going to be what the ceiling is for him. He's had offensively the best of any person on our team in camp. We've tracked everything. He's first 3-day segment, he shot 16 of 27 from the field and 12 of 20 from 3. And the second 3-day segment, he shot 16 of 27 from the field and 12 of 20 from 3. I mean, he's literally the leading scorer in live play by like 42 points. So he earned the opportunity tonight to give a look with him in the starting lineup. And we'll just our conversations all summer, all preseason. This is a year of player development for him, of growth, and what that looks like. it's got to be incremental. He's bought into that, which is great.
Hey JJ, you talked about Ayton as a hub. You got a few games now of the Austin Ayton kind of pick and roll. What have you seen from them to just working together as a pick and roll tandem?
Yeah, I think DA is really good in terms of reading what the ball handler's defender is doing, what the call is, if it's a strong, weak, or ice. He just, his ability to flip screens, and I think force those overs. And then again, just, him in the pocket has been really good. But he's made a concerted effort to get Austin open, like create advantages for Austin using his screening, which I think is only going to benefit everyone down the line.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
DeAndre Ayton, I know when you signed with the Lakers this summer, you talked about your excitement of taking the floor. What was it like tonight? What stood out to you?
It was most definitely, I wanted to come home and, hear the fans and, feel that energy. So today was a good little warm welcome. I know it's not an official game, but it definitely showed some love to me, and I enjoyed it. I played hard today, got a good sweat in, and, yeah, we got the dub.
Very efficient night for you offensively, 6 for 8 from the field, but I know the coaching staff's been excited about the way you're moving your feet defensively. What's the focus been there for you, and how did that play out tonight?
Yeah, just really changing the narrative of protecting the rim on the defensive end. JJ's really put it on me and put on emphasis that he wants his bigs protecting the rim. So I'm just trying to be a big part of that, man, to let the world know in the league know that I'm the Lakers center and I'm the anchor of the defense.
Hey, what did you see from some of your guards tonight, starting with Austin Reeves? What's it like playing with Austin?
I told him he's phenomenal, especially this crafty shot creating. I used to be on the other end of that, and I'd be having wonders and be puzzled in my head. But now I know how to get him open and how he works and how he operates. And he's fantastic. And I'm just waiting for the rest of the superstars to join us. And but some of our guys that came off the bench as well, they really did a good job executing with JJ1 out there, and just being vocal and running the offense and playing defense that created our offense down the line.
Last one for you. You just hinted at it. It sounds like Luka's going to play, hopefully, in 2 of the final 3 preseason games. How much are you looking forward to that as you guys get ready?
Trust me, I talk about it every time. I tell them all the time. I can tell you watching us play, and you're going to make things really easy. You just give me a little chuck and a little laugh, not to get me too excited. But we working, and we're going to be prepared for his arrival.
Thanks, DeAndre.
Appreciate y'all.
JJ brought up a player comp I haven't heard before for you, bringing up Jamal Crawford. Are there any similarities to your game?
Jamal Crawford was cold. Jamal Crawford was cold. I don't know. I think I think where he's coming from is kind of the creativity offensively. I don't want to speak for him, but I'm not someone that sits there and plans what I'm about to do. Everything kind of just happens naturally, happens in the flow of the game. So I haven't heard that one, but I like JJ a little more now.